Welcome to another episode of the TUE Brew Review. This week we are checking out Haunted House, a black IPA from Allagash Brewing Company. Normally when I think of Allagash Brewery, the first thing that comes to mind is their Allagash White, which is a world-class wit beer brewed right here in the United States, in Portland, Maine. For years they have brewed this fantastic wit beer. It's widely available. It has won tons of awards. It's a fantastic beer. So I'm excited to try out something of a different ilk from this very fine brewery. So black IPAs, basically a shoot off of your traditional India Pale Ales. In the early 21st century, they manipulated the hops, but they also began manipulating the grain bills. So you would get darker malts infused into IPA. So you would get red IPAs and of course black IPAs. So let's go ahead and get into this. We've got this really cool purple can with the kind of the neon green lettering on it. You've got the spooky house there. So very seasonal for the Halloween season. There you got your independent craft brewer logo, certified B Corporation, which means they use sustainable practices, 6.6 ABV. And they got a little bit of a spooky tale about the beer itself, which I'm not going to get into because I want to check out what's inside of this can of beer. Here we go. So as one would expect in a black IPA, we get that really nice dark brown pour. And it's got a really rich, kind of a deep amber head. Yes, looks very voluptuous and dark and inviting. Got some really nice roast grain, a little hint of coffee note in there, but it's mostly the kind of the roast grain, just a little touch of sweetness in there too from the malt in the nose. Cheers. It's got actually quite a bit of sweetness up front, as opposed to a roast dry malt sweetness. It's got a good deal of sweetness. And now I can feel kind of mid-palate, I can feel the hop bite coming into play. Yeah, once again, sweet up front, feel a hop bite in the middle, and then I do get some of that kind of that roast coffee, drier character in the back end. But despite the way it finishes with that kind of a very pleasant, acrid hop bite in the back end, it's really kind of a rich, smooth, and silky beer, both front and mid palate. So full disclosure, I am not a fan of black IPAs in general. Salute. But I always go into these tastings with an open mind and an open palate. And I got to tell you, this is not what I expected. I am pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoy this black IPA. I really like how you've got a lot of like a sweet malty richness, plays well with the hops, more malt forward with a nice subtle bit of roast character that's not too much or doesn't dry it out too much. So this is actually a very well-made beer, and once again, I'm pleasantly surprised. Once again, a lesson to us all to not judge a beer just by the style. So if there's a certain style out there that maybe you don't like, maybe try a different brewer, and they'll have a different interpretation of it that might hit your palate. So I would label this as definitely a treat, not a trick. So there you have it. Allagash Haunted House Black IPA. Hope everyone has a safe and happy Halloween. Boo!